Hello my friends, Stephen Bedall here. It's great to be back on the official Cubase YouTube channel, and I am so excited about today's video because I'm going to be featuring some of my favorite virtual instruments from the Absolute Collection in celebration of Steinberg's 40th anniversary. And as much as I'd love to showcase all of the instruments in the Absolute Collection, that would make for a very long video because this collection includes 29 amazing instruments, all perfectly integrated with Cubase. We're talking over 7,500 presets, over 130 gigabytes of content, including award-winning plugins like HALion 7 and Backbone, which I'm going to be featuring today. Needless to say, I had to pick a few of my favorites for this video, so thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy this. Let's dive right in. Okay, so I want to start by highlighting FM Lab, which comes with HALion 7. This is a powerful FM synthesizer, more than capable of delivering innovative and modern FM sounds, as well as classic retro tones. When it comes to building loops, I love using arpeggiated presets to start. I'm going to start with this patch called Bewildered. Let's throw something down. Let's roll back the distortion, and I might make an adjustment on the cutoff. Okay, and maybe we want to throw some nice pads on top of that. I'm going to use this patch here called Emotional. Let's throw it down. Okay, and check out this arpeggiated patch. This is called Virtual Mariachi. It's perfect. Now, I'm thinking we need some kind of percussive energy here, and for that, I'm going to turn your attention to another one of my favorites, and that is Backbone, which is also included in the Absolute Collection. See this drum GAN section up here at the top? You can start building your own drum samples using generative AI, and it's as easy as adjusting the kick, snare, and cymbal amount and pressing new. So say we want a kick, let's go ahead and see what it comes up with. Okay, and say maybe that's not quite what you're looking for. You can adjust this variation depth and easily just generate a new sound set. Cool, so that sounds a little bit more what I'm looking for. I'm gonna roll this cutoff back a little. And the cool thing is I can just drag and drop this sample as is right from Backbone into my session, just clicking and dragging this arrow here. It's as easy as that. Or I could say load up an instance of Groove Agent and I could drag the sample right into Groove Agent and start building a kit. Now there is so much more that we can do with Backbone, and I should also mention that there's quite a few presets to choose from. So for instance, let's search what we have in the way of snares. So loading up snare number 25 here. This is what it sounds like. And you can see that we've got a few different layers here on the left side. And we can solo these. So we have the tonal, the noise, and the transient. And we could shape those individual layers however we want. We could resynthesize them, pitch them, and we could also add more layers to the mix. So let's say I want to bring the volume of the transient down a bit, maybe. We also have this whole effects section as well. Maybe I want to add a bit of distortion to it. And maybe we'll add in another layer. So let's load layer here at the left. And let's search claps. So I've loaded in this clap transient. It sounds like this. I just want a little bit of this clap in the mix. I'm going to bring the level down. Cool. Let's export the snare. Let's put a beat down. Here we go. So I snuck in this percussive loop from the Nightcall synthwave pack, which sounds pretty cool, but I also want to come back to FM Lab here for a second and add in some melody using this patch called Truly Vintage, which I'm putting through a bit of reverb as well. So we got a pretty cool loop going on here. So much more I could say about both Backbone and FM Lab, but there's a couple other features in the Absolute Collection that I've got to talk about in this video. First of all, what's quickly become one of my all-time favorite guitar VSTs. It's called Tails, and it sounds amazing. Now, one of the interesting things about this library is that each string was tuned and sampled using only open strings, which gives it an exceptionally warm and intimate feel. We've got patches that are incredibly intimate, like this one. This is called Flamenco Sketches. we also have patches that are beautiful and cinematic and textural. This one's called Sandcastle. So between the guitar, the texture, and the effects pages here, we can create all kinds of interesting combinations. Let's change the texture profile. So right now it's on Lush. Let's try Mellow Mallet. And we can change the guitar from soft to hard to mute. Let's try mute. So using the Flamenco Sketches patch that I showed you earlier, I came up with this little loop. Maybe I'll sneak a bit of percussion in here using the World Percussion Library. Some of these loops from the Turkish percussion kit are perfect. Check this out. And the last thing I want to show you in this video, which I've been having so much fun with as of late, is using HALion's spectral oscillator to create my own unique instruments. So pulling up an instance of HALion 7 here, I'm going to choose spectral synth. We can literally take any sample. Let's try this retro flute loop. What does this sound like? Okay, maybe I just want the first little bit of that. Let's drag and drop the sample into the spectral synth. And one of the first things you'll notice about the spectral synth is that the quality of the time stretching is remarkable. For example, if we come to speed here and we slow the sample down, still sounds great. Let's set our sample start and stop times. I'm going to create a loop here as well. And there's some really interesting new features available to us in the HALion 7.1 update. For instance, if we come over to the effects page and activate the blur, what this does is it smears the incoming signal's time and frequency and has a very similar effect to reverb. And if we come over to the multi-page, one of my favorite features is using stack mode. And what we can do with this is add in pitch-shifted copies of the spectrum. So for example, 1 octave above, listen to what happens when we push up these faders. So cool. I'll add a lower octave as well, make some adjustments to our amp envelope, and we can create some more movement using the LFO section. So let's assign LFO 1 to, let's say, the pan. So now you can hear things gently moving back and forth in the stereo field. Okay, let's see how this sounds in context. Awesome. I love it. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. That was a lot of fun. And be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And of course, be sure to check out the Absolute Collection. You can find the link for that in the description of this video. My name is Stephen Bedall. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.